Oh yeah, this is much better. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with us. I'm going to keep my comments short because I've been teaching all day and I don't know how much longer my voice can carry. But I wanted to tell you the story, the inspired moment behind this company. A few years ago, I was a mid-level associate at a firm, and my boss came to me and he said, "Merry Christmas, you're getting 2 first-year associates, and they're going to help you delegate to them and make sure you use them." And I loved them. They were both eager, they were smart, they could do legal research, they could write, and they were so grateful for the opportunity. But they had no idea how to do the everyday things that I needed them to do. And Friday before Memorial Weekend, they kept me there until 11 p.m. And I knew it wasn't the partner's fault. Sometimes it is, but this time, I knew it wasn't, because after 5 years, I had troubleshooted the process all the way up, so I knew where the problem came. And I sat them down and I said, "Explain to me what you did." And when they explained what they did, I realized they were not doing things in the right order, and they were so frustrated by it, and they were so sorry. And I realized they're going to learn. They had already learned by fire. They had already learned by experience, but why are we doing it this way? We're teaching them how to think like Supreme Court justices. Why aren't we teaching them the everyday skills they need when they start their jobs so they don't get burned out and we can make transition to practice easier for everyone? So I sat down and I wrote them a 3-page outline. It was called How to Finalize a Brief for Niki, and they called it How to Finalize a Brief for Dummies, and they shared it with all their classmates. And from that moment on, we were like a filing machine. We never had any problems. We could get 6 briefs on file, in one day, and they were happy, I was happy, so I decided, well, why not teach this? So that 3-page outline became a 14-week syllabus and a class at Berkeley Law. And from that, 3L Plus Law Prep was born. So at 3L Plus, we are trying to ease transition to practice for everyone involved. And in that process, we're also trying to help improve diversity by giving people who are underrepresented in the legal profession a new starting point. While they're in law school, we're going to give them training and we're going to give them coaching. So by the time they start their jobs, they can be in the same equal footing as their counterparts. So towards that goal, we work with law schools to create skills courses for them. And you're going to hear from one of my students, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about that class. We'll also do workshops with career services. We work with student organization, whatever it is that you need. For law firms, again, we do the same thing. We do workshops. We also will work with professional development programs, whether it's to supplement your program or actually design and run the program for you. And we try to do it cheaper, and we try to do it more effectively, and we'll also do it more dynamic. We'll take into consideration what that class needs and the characteristics of your office and your needs. And then, perhaps most importantly, we have programs directly for law students and new attorneys. For example, we have 2 conferences. One conference for new attorneys in the fall, so we get them ready before they start their jobs, and one conference for law students in the spring. Today from 9 to 5 p.m., that's what we were doing. We were in the garden room downstairs where the UN Charter was first drafted, and we drafted our own career plans. We'll also are launching webinars and videos for law students and new attorneys so they can have access to our training as whenever they need it. So with that, I first want to make sure I thank certain individuals before I forget. To all our sponsors who have really made today possible and scholarships possible. McDermott, Will and Emery, Wilmer Hale, Jackson Walker, social finance, SoFi, sorry, I forgot that's what you're going with now, and Mavrokakis Law Group. If it wasn't for your support, we could not make today happen. I want to thank our volunteers. Dinero, can you raise your hand? Kiati, and my future summer intern, Cody, who helped me out after a full day of working. And then I also want everybody who is a diversity scholar or attended the conference today and they're still here to raise your hand. Perfect. So these were my superstar students. I hope you guys talk to them, meet them. Don't recruit them too hard. I might recruit them. And with that, I will be around. I will be available to talk to you. But I want to introduce to you two of my students. These are people that have benefited from 3L Plus Law Prep one way or another. The first person is Anvi Nguyen. Anvi? And Christy can come up too. So Anvi Nguyen is a third-year law student at Berkeley Law, and she took my class at Berkeley. And it is the class that is very similar to the New Attorney Conference we're going to have in the fall. And Christopher Garcia is a Hastings 1L law student. He's a first-generation high school graduate. And he's going to talk to you on behalf of our Diversity Scholars class and hopefully tell you a little bit about our program.
Thank you, Niki. I really appreciate that you asked me to say a few words on behalf of the Diversity Scholars. Growing up in the streets of Fresno was hard. Everyone I grew up with sold drugs, drank, stole, or participated in a gang. The only way to be respected was to do that, and not being a part of it was even harder because you were left out. Because I saw that lifestyle ended in death or prison, I decided to do the uncool thing and stay in school. Because of that, I became the first to graduate from high school and college and the first in my family to attend law school. I'm really grateful to receive the 3L Plus scholarship because being the first in my family to attend law school and make it this far, 3L Plus has become kind of my law school lifeline. It provides me with free tuition to 3L Plus training and career coaching. And because of all the help that Niki gave me and the 3L Plus coaching, I'm happy to share that Niki and 3L Plus coaching have already helped me land my dream job for this summer at Fairmont San Francisco. At this conference today, I learned many valuable things. But what stood out to me the most was getting the sense of how law firms work, being proactive in how I approach my career, and how to effectively turn in good work product. I am extremely grateful for this wonderful opportunity, and I can't thank Niki enough. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Andy, and I just want to talk a little bit about Niki's class that I took last semester. So I took that class because I was tired of taking doctrinal classes at Berkeley Law. I didn't see how it could be applicable to the real world and real practice. But I took her class in hopes that it would equip me with the types of skills that would be useful in my first year of legal practice. And I'm happy to report that her class did just that. It prepared me for the types of conflicts and other issues that I would encounter in my first year of work and beyond. I learned everything from what goes into filing a case, how to finalize a brief, like Niki mentioned, and what it really takes to stand out as a junior attorney in your first year. I'm so excited that Niki is teaching these similar skills in 3L Plus, and I hope that everyone participates. This is an amazing opportunity, and I'm really glad to be able to speak about it. I think Niki would be a great leader. Thank you.